In today's video, you're going to learn about catalysts. We're going to talk about what they are, how they work, and why they're important. So, what are catalysts? Well, catalysts are very important substances that participate in chemical reactions to speed them up. They're essential for life and aid many industrial processes in our daily lives. Catalysts work by altering the mechanism of the reaction in a way that lowers the activation energy needed for that reaction to occur. This is done by facilitating proper orientation between reactants, allowing for a greater amount of successful collisions, ultimately increasing the overall speed of the reaction. Here we have reaction coordinates illustrating the effects of a catalyst on both an endergonic and an exergonic reaction. As we can see, in both cases, the energy of the transition state for each reaction is reduced in the presence of a catalyst. This means the energy needed to activate the reaction is lowered, making the reaction at hand easier and ultimately faster. A real-world example of a catalyst is an enzyme. Enzymes are known as biological catalysts and are vital for human life. Most enzymes in our bodies are made of protein, while some enzymes are made of RNA. So we might wonder, why do we need catalysts in our bodies? Well, many of the reactions that occur in our bodies occur at a very, very slow rate. These reactions are so slow that without the help of a catalyst, they would not be able to sustain human life. Thankfully, we have enzymes in our bodies which allow for these reactions to occur at very, very fast rates. An example of an enzyme in the human body is lactase, which converts lactose into glucose and galactose. So, when we drink milk, for example, our body uses lactase as a catalyst so that we can break down the sugars in milk a lot quicker. When it comes to someone who is lactose intolerant, their body does not produce enough of the lactase enzyme, making it much harder for them to digest lactose, and that can lead to some stomach issues. While catalysts are extremely beneficial to our everyday lives, it's important to note that they can also be harmful in certain situations, especially when they're involved in destructive or unwanted reactions. For example, we'll consider the reaction for destruction of ozone by chlorine radicals up here on the slide. This reaction is catalyzed by the chlorine atom, highlighted in blue. As we can see in this reaction mechanism, chlorine is present in both the beginning and in the end. And that's what's interesting about catalysts, is that they're not consumed in the process of a reaction, so you can always find them in the beginning and in the end of a reaction mechanism. So why is this important to us? Why do we need to worry about this? Well, as many of us know, our ozone layer absorbs some of the radiation from the sun and protects us from its harmful effects. However, according to the Government of Canada, the ozone layer is depleting, with human activity as a major contributor. Human emissions release ozone-depleting substances into the atmosphere, including substances that contain chlorine and/or bromine. These substances deplete the ozone layer, which over time will result in a great amount of harmful ultraviolet radiation reaching Earth. In fact, a single atom of chlorine can destroy over 100,000 molecules of ozone. This just shows how dangerous this reaction, which is catalyzed by chlorine, can really be. This increase in radiation is a problem for humans, as it can lead to poor health outcomes by increasing the risk for skin cancer, eye damage, and weakened immune systems. Ozone layer depletion also affects us through our ecosystems, as it can result in a loss of plant species, a reduction in global food supply, and damage to both wild and marine life. So, to summarize what's been learned in today's video, is that catalysts are extremely important substances that are both beneficial and destructive. Catalysts speed up reactions without being consumed and are crucial for many of the industrial processes and biological functions in this world. We should be grateful for catalysts because without them, we would not be alive.